Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and potassium enthusiasts from around the world. Tonight, you and thousands of your friends here live, and thousands more still watching at home, have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Montana to Savannah, from the Isle of Man to Tokyo, Japan, the Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the crucible where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another night at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for all 37,000 people here in historic Fenway Park to get on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the greatest show in the sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
Ladies and gentlemen, in Boston, it's time to meet the starting lineups for your Savannah Bananas. Leading off in center field, number 5, DR the Doc Meadows. Batting second, the catcher, number 1, Bill Leroy. Batting third, the DH, number 19, Dan Oberst. The cleanup hitter playing the extra hitter, number 7, Michael Vitamin D. Batting fifth at first base, number 3, Eric Jones. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 2, Reese Superman Alexiadis. At second base, wearing number 8, he's our greatest showman. Make some noise for Jackson Olsen. The left fielder, number 15, we call him Rack, Robert Anthony Cruz. Batting ninth at third base, number 18, Danny Horsley. And batting 10th at shortstop, number 6, our glove magician, Ryan Cox. On the mound for your Savannah Bananas tonight, wearing number 88, Noah Nisnik. Your Savannah Bananas are managed by Tyler Gillum, assisted by Adam Viro Virant and Ray Ortega.
Game 46 of the 2024 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by the folks who only wear red socks, our stylish friends over at Zappos. We are mere moments away from first pitch in tonight's much anticipated Fenway Park Banana Ball debut. Let's take a look at how the Nanners will align defensively in Banana Ball's second ever Major League Baseball stadium. Left to right in the outfield, it's Robert Anthony Cruz, DR Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis. In the infield, third to first, Danny Hosley, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Eric Jones Jr. Behind the plate is Bill Leroy, and on the bump is Noah Nisnik.
Well, Ryan Cox is called the glove magician for a reason. He is leading all players with his 110 trick plays on the World Tour. He paced all players with 144 last year, and he's on pace for 197 total trick plays here in 2024. DR Meadows with 42 trick plays this season is up to his season total from 2023. He's trying to set a new single season mark tonight in his career. And you spotlight Eric Jones Jr. at first base, still a perfect 19 for 19 in trick plays this season.
Well, let's get a closer look at the man at the center of it all, the banana ball rookie, Noah Nisnik out of St. Louis, Missouri. A 5-year man from Southeast Missouri State who finished up with the Red Hawks a spring ago, and he has been terrific in his debut season in banana ball.
4 wins and 4 losses for Noah Nisnik on this year's World Tour. He is making the 14th start of the season, and this is easily the biggest one of his banana ball career. He's been the most consistent arm in the Bananas rotation with a 1.13 ERA plus, meaning he's been 13% better than the Tour average pitcher, and he controls his controllables. He's only issued ball 4 sprints to 5% of batters, and he's striking out 15% of batters, and opponents batting .284 against him this season. Now, he dominates when he's recording quick outs against his opponents, but if the Party Animals are going to get defensive and spoil pitches early into this outing, Nisnik might have a tendency to make a few mistakes on the mound.
All right, let's feast our peepers on the powerful Party Animals lineup. At the top, it is Reese Hampton, banana ball's all-time hits leader. Behind him, Chase Acuff, and due up third, Dalton Cornett. Bryson Bloomer cleans it up. In the middle, it's Jake Skoll, Jason Swan, and Jordan Hussein. And the bottom 3 is Dustin Baber, Bronson Ballholm, and Tanner Thomas.
And it's going to be Hampton and Skoll, the 2 bats to watch. Hampton batting .333 against Nisnik this season, and Jake Skoll with a .476 batting average against the lefty.
Here's Jesse Cole.
Banana Nation, it's time. On 3, I need everyone here to yell, start the clock. 1, 2, 3.
Start!
Showtime. Number 6,
Showtime
leading off for the
indeed,
Party
Mr.
Animals.
Cole, the pride of Scituate, Massachusetts. It's back to the Bananas dugout. First base side where he was the bat boy, hanging out with Lee Smith back when he was 5 years old. Pitched for Wofford here in Fenway at 20. And now his Savannah Bananas and the Party Animals have a full capacity Fenway Park, and the first banana ball thrown. Ball 1 to Reese Hampton, tossed into the dugout. That one saved for whatever Hall of Fame would like it. Of course, banana ball already with an exhibit in the National Baseball Hall of Fame. It could end up in Cooperstown or maybe one day in the Bananas Hall of Fame. That's a TBD. 2 balls and a strike here on Hampton, as that one just a bit down. This one skied to left, and Ryan Cox underneath it will grab it for out number 1.
That one with a ton of launch angle off the bat of Reese Hampton to start this ball game. Ryan Cox waved off Danny Hosley and Robert Anthony Cruz in left field, and feel like he would have liked to have come up with a trick play to start this ball game for the Savannah Bananas, but instead found it more imperative to get that first out here for Noah Nisnik as this ball game is underway, and Chase Acuff steps into the box.
The former Tigers and Diamondbacks minor leaguer retired. Now Acuff, a 2021 collegiate Banana, helped that team win the first of back-to-back CPL championships. Now in his second campaign with the Party Animals, he's always been a wizard with the mitt, but he has been unbelievable with the bat here in year number 2.
He has made quite the offensive progression in 2024. He's arguably the most improved player in banana ball this season. He had 0 home runs through his first 74 career banana ball games. Through 43 games this season, he's mashed 5 long balls.
This one on the ground. Hosley gobbles it up between the legs across the diamond. The tag applied from Eric Jones Jr., and Danny Hosley has the first trick play in Fenway.
And that is a really special trick play for Danny Do-It-All, guy who grew up a fan of the Boston Red Sox, in fact, one of his favorite players of all time, David Ortiz, and now can say that he's the first man to record a trick play in this historic venue.
Here comes DC3, Dalton Cornett. Peter just misses the outside corner. Nisnik lives in the low 90s there. We'll work in a circle change and a curveball as well. Cornette in his third Party Animals campaign. Always comes with a batting average north of 300.
He's yet to have a season in his banana ball career in which he's batted below 300. He's just continuously been one of the most consistent hitters we've ever seen in the history of banana ball.
The pride of Pippa Passes, Kentucky. This one, the Bermuda Triangle jobber. It's going to end up in the stands. Cox going full Derek Jeter, ends up in the crowd. Neither he nor the fans come away with the ball, so Cornette's still alive. Another look. Everybody A-OK. And we'll get a 2-2 here to Cornette.
Well, when in Boston, if you're Ryan Cox, and I think just that play alone speaks to how badly both of these teams want to win. Ryan Cox looking for a 1-2-3 inning for his pitcher, Noah Nisnik, on the mound, who comes set with the 2-2 pitch. And this one, once again, popped into foul territory. Fans will have a chance at grabbing this one, and the net actually getting in the way of it.
It's baseball these days. The net robs many a fan of a foul ball catching opportunity. Deuce is still wild. This one playable for Cox. He's going to take a seat and has the second trick play of the night. And a 1-2-3 frame for Niz Nasty.
13 pitches in 4 minutes and 3 seconds for Nisnik. A fantastic start for the Savannah Bananas here tonight.
Another look at Ryan Cox's tour-leading 111th trick play on the year. And let's get a gander at the Party Animals' defensive alignment as they look to put a 0 up and avoid dropping the first point available tonight. Left to right in the outfield, it's Tanner Thomas, Reese Hampton, and Jake Skoll. In the infield, third to first, you see Bryson Bloomer, Chase Acuff, Justin Baber, and Jason Swan. Behind the dish is Bronson Ballholm, and towing the slab, Brett Helton.
You've got Dustin Baber and Chase Acuff tied for second on this year's World Tour with 61 trick plays. It's going to be a close race for them as this season progresses, but it's Dustin Baber with 155 career trick plays. That's the most in Party Animals history and the second most all-time in banana ball behind Ryan Cox. And you got to look at Reese Hampton in center field. A diverse arsenal of trick plays, can go behind the back, under the legs, and even come up with the occasional backflip catch. He's leading all Party Animals outfielders with his 19 trick plays.
Let's take a quick peek at the world's slowest race. We have a young tot currently with an army crawl and could pull off an incredible come-from-behind victory as Brett Helton gets loose for the Party Animals, the kid out of Colorado Springs, the Greek god of MPI. 5-pitch mix, and he is always oh so good on the mound.
Brett owns a 5-6 record in 2024. He's making his 12th start overall, leading the tour with his 67 2/3 innings pitched, and yet he has the lowest ball four sprint rate on tour. He's only issued sprints to 3.9% of batters this season, and he's the fastest pitcher we've ever seen to date in banana ball. He threw the fastest inning in Party Animals history on May 3rd, 2024 in Fresno, California, getting 3 outs in 1 minute and 3 seconds, and he's thrown 35 career innings in less than 2 minutes, the most all time, and that's 22% of all innings ever thrown below 2 minutes in banana ball history.
Helton in a tier of his own when it comes to MPI. Here's the Nanners lineup that opposes the Pittsburgh Pirates 2015 9th round draft pick. That one back to the backstop. D.R. Meadows leading the tour with his 383 batting average, same for his 444 OBP. Had a chance to possibly steal first base there. He's tied with Thomas atop that leaderboard with 3 apiece, but he wants to swing it, and a low strike evens up the count.
And it makes complete sense, DR wanting to swing the bat early in this game. He's batting .405 in the first inning this season after batting .391 in the first innings of play in 2023.
Ahead 3 balls and a strike. Meadows in his second tour with the Nanners after he helped them win the 2022 Pettit Cup. This one lifted to center. Hampton will grab it behind the back. What a trick play from Reese Lightning, his 20th of the tour.
And you see the celebration from Reese Hampton, his good buddy in right field, Jake Skoll, fired up as well. And we talked about that diverse arsenal. It's Reese who gets things started for the Party Animals with that incredible behind-the-back snag.
Takes care of his counterpart in style. And now the 7-year banana out of Dublin, Georgia, Bill Leroy, jamming on the air guitar, comes up to the plate. What a tour he's having, hitting .321, reaching base on a .416 clip.
And in his 7th year as a Savannah Banana after joining the team in 2018 on a temporary contract, and swings at the first pitch from Brett Helton, lines it into left field for a base hit. And it's Bill Leroy, the first player to collect a base hit in Fenway Park in Banana Ball history, and that is also the 100th hit of his Banana Ball career.
You can't script that. A laser beam for Leroy. Malachi Mitchell pinch runs for him, the 4-year banana, son of Olympic sprinter Dennis Mitchell. Malachi's a 6'1", 60 kind of guy. This one back to Helton, nice snag. To Baber at second, and he never got control of the banana ball. Acuff and Baber trying to argue with Bryson Wheeler, the second base umpire, that Babes had control, and then it was on the exchange that he lost it. But Dustin thinking about two, and great call there by Wheeler. That one clearly never controlled by the Animals' second baseman.
It was a great snag by Brett Helton on the pitcher's mound to come up with that banana ball, and Dustin Baber had to rush over to cover that second base bag. Unfortunately, could not handle it, and now Michael Deeb lines this one into center field. Reese Hampton comes up throwing, with the throw going up the line. Flash the Kid scores for the Bananas, who claim the first point in this Banana Ball game, and it's walk-off number 20 for Michael Deeb.
That paces all players. The former Chicago White Sox minor leaguer has the Nanners ahead by a point 1 inning in. And Flash, who scored the inning-winning run, taking the opportunity to jam out with Andy Archer as Molden and Nisnik take over on the vocals. More Than a Feeling blares through Fenway Park by the terrific rock and roll band Boston. And another look. Deeb doesn't waste any time, an ambush on the first offering, and continues his terrific 4th tour as a Nanner. Now we know many folks may be watching their first Banana Ball game tonight, so it's high time we get a refresh on our 11 rules.
Well, Banana Ball is a game built on speed. Of course, it has a 2-hour time limit, and we've seen these teams averaging 9 innings in less than 2 hours this season. The fastest game in Banana Ball played this season in 1 hour and 35 minutes. And there are a couple of additional rules that have helped speed up the game. Of course, there's no bunting, batters cannot step out of the batter's box, and there are no mound visits. Now, Banana Ball is more match-style play. If you win the inning, you get a point. You just saw the Bananas win their first point of the ball game, and say the Party Animals score 2 runs in the top half of this inning and the Bananas score 0 in the bottom half, it will still be the Party Animals coming away with only 1 point in the game. But in the final inning, every run that is scored counts for a point. Now, fans additionally can catch foul balls for outs, and we've seen 101 fans all time catching foul balls for outs. And of course, the newest rule that has entered Banana Ball here in 2024 is the golden batter rule, where 1 time a game, a team may send any hitter in the lineup to bat in any spot. It's one of those situations that guarantees the best batter squaring off against the best pitcher in very pivotal moments.
And of course, you can also steal first base on a wild pitch or pass ball, and ball 4 is a sprint instead of a walk. All 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it is live. Now Cowboy Kyle Lewicks takes over for Noah Nisnik. Kyle, just like his battery mate in his 7th season as a Nanner. Leroy and Lewicks both came on temporary contracts in 2018 from the University of North Georgia. and are still here, the twin captains of Banana Land.
And this is his 60th career Banana Ball appearance. Kyle, the all-time leader in innings pitched in Banana Ball with 254 and a third innings. And this season he's posted a 3-1 record for the Bananas, and just recently ended a streak of throwing 22 consecutive innings without allowing a ball four sprint this season. He's a guy who's done a very great job at keeping the ball on the ground for the Bananas, so you can expect to see a lot of trick plays behind Cowboy Kyle.
Good to see Kyle with a wave up to the booth. One of our beloved BTV members, the Richmond Hill, Georgia native, faces off against one of his fast friends, Bryson Bloomer. Out of Lexington, Kentucky, helped Luigs and Leroy win their first and only CPL championship in 2021. This one under the legs from Ryan Cox. Ziggy leaves the bag to go behind the back, and Bloomer busting it down the line, able to beat the wrap.
Good hustle from Bryson Bloomer, able to reach safely on the trick play miss from Alex Ziegler. It was a little bit of a high throw from Ryan Cox, but because Zig went for the leap to try and keep that one in the glove, he winds up credited with the trick play missed. As it's a good start for the Party Animals, trying to respond after the Bananas claimed point number 1 in this ball game.
First base runner for the boys in black and pink, as Luigs, with a 1-0 count here on Jake Skoll, brings in Cox and Olsen as well as Meadows from center for a choreographed dance. Bringing it around town. A lot of arms. Oh my goodness. And it gets sensual here near the end, as the 1-0 is down and out. Jake Skoll in his 4th World Tour, 2nd with the Party Animals. First round draft pick by the Texas Rangers back in 2010, and he shows you why right there. Sprays it into left center. Meadows can't handle it. Bloomer will end up at 3rd and Skoll at 2nd with his tour leading 17th double and 27th extra base hit.
53% of Jake Skoll's total hits this season have gone for extra bases. It's the most on tour, and even last season we saw Skoll only had 6 series overall in which he did not record at least 1 extra base hit for the Party Animals. He is quite the bat in this lineup.
Now the ever-dangerous Jason Swan as the Bananas bring the infield in. Swan pacing the Party Animals with the .360 batting average you just saw. In his 2nd World Tour, always terrific with runners in scoring position as well. The table has been set. He's trying to kick in the door. Fastball there, right at the bottom of the zone. Luigs sits 90 to 93 with the gas. Jumps ahead of the kid out of Jacksonville, Florida.
And that was a good move by Cowboy Kyle with the 1-2 pitch. With a slight quick pitch to Jason Swan, try and throw up his timing, and Swan with a very defensive swing, but successful in fouling that one away. And now skying the next offering into center field. D.R. Meadows comes up with the backflip catch, but nonetheless, Bryson Bloomer and Jake Skoll both advance, and the Party Animals get on the board for the first time tonight in Fenway Park.
An unearned run for Luigs as Bloomer, who crosses home, reached on the trick play miss from his first baseman. And the Party Animals singing Sweet Caroline. And they rickroll the full capacity crowd here at Fenway, which earns them a chorus of boos.
What almost seemed that it was going to be wrong for the Party Animals to abandon their signature party rock anthem celebration. Then at the last minute, you got the little record scratch and the Party Animals launching into one of their favorite dances.
Now Jordan Hussein steps in out of Houston, Texas. In his first World Tour, flicks this one into right field. And a flare base knock drives in Skoll from third. 2 runs home now in the second for the Animals.
Didn't do too much on the first pitch from Cowboy Kyle, dunking it into shallow right field, and Jordan Hussein continues to be a plug-and-play guy for the Party Animals, able to play most positions on the infield, and Party Animals still wanted to start him at the extra hitter spot tonight, especially considering now with 4 runs batted in across his last 4 games overall.
Always a dangerous man on the bases. 10 stolen bases here in his first banana ball campaign, as this one's laced the opposite way. Baber with the knock to right center. Hussein challenging the arm of Meadows. The relay from Cox in time. Third base umpire Andrew Gerard with the emphatic call. And Mike Vivacis, head coach of the Animals, up close and personal, sends out the pink confetti, notifying us the play is under review. Okay, Zach Frangelo pops on the headset, as well as Vincent Chapman. We take another look. We're ready to rumble, put a minute on the clock. Boy, bang, bang from our first angle. Oh, this could be the one. Vincent Chapman thinks he's safe. Great zoom from our folks in the control room. I think he's out. Oh, it's bang, bang.
I think he's out too, by the looks of the zoom.
Another angle. Well, this is a terrific one as well. Oh. Vincent still thinks he's safe. It does look like the foot arrives to the base right around when the glove taps the foot. Excellent angle here.
I think the call on the field stands.
Call on the field stands. Party Animals lose their challenge. Fantastic relay from Cox on a perfect throw from Meadows to the cutoff. Good base running by Baber. He advances to second. And a 1-0 count now on the switch-hitting catcher, Bronson Ballhome.
Bronny very much one of those defense-first catchers, which is why he draws the start for the Party Animals in this ball game, but he's actually still leading all Party Animals batters with a .411 on-base percentage this season.
Count even at 2-2. Baber thought about trying to get to third. Excellent block by Leroy. Keeps Dustin at second base. Count runs full. This is where banana ball is so much more punishing for pitchers than baseball. Ball 4 will score Baber from second. We don't have to worry about that. Slider from Cowboy Kyle, swing and a miss. He gets the first strikeout here in Fenway Park, but the Party Animals rally for 2 runs and have a chance to earn their first point tonight.
Good
Another
battle.
look at the K, and let's get it down to Sam Bauman in the stands.
We already know there are no greater fans than banana ball fans. They're always willing to go the extra mile, and in fact, these fans I found here went the extra 3,000 miles to join us in Fenway for this historic game. They came from the last frontier. We've got Russell, Ross, and Kylie all the way from Alaska. Ross, why Fenway? Why banana ball?
We've been watching all the replays, everything on YouTube for years. It's such a great time we could come together, watch a game, have some fun, have some laughs. trying for 4 seasons to get tickets, was able to get a K-Club membership, get our tickets, and how could you not pick the most iconic stadium in all of Major League Baseball? This is a double bucket list item for us, and we're excited to be here.
So it was worth the trip, Russell?
Yes.
Worth the trip, guys. I can guarantee you nobody traveled further to be here in Fenway for this historic game than these three. Isn't that right, Drake Toll?
Well, it just so happens, Sam Bauman, that I've got the Brooks family who came from 5,000 miles away. My favorite archipelago, that is Maui, Hawaii. Papa Brooks, what is it, and they're party animals fans, what is it about the party animals that draws you in?
It's the pure energy, the excitement. I love baseball, and I love the party animals, and we flew 5,000 miles to see them.
Mama Brooks, the beach? You like the beach or the mountains?
We're beach people, for sure.
All the way from Maui, breaking the record for at least tonight, Sam, the Brooks family from Hawaii. Josh Biko, party on.
Thank you, Drake. Thank you, Sam. This one on a hop to Acuff at short, casually under the leg. And has the second Party Animals trick play of the ball game as Zach Blankenship has a quick out.
Great to see Zach Blankenship entering this game for the Party Animals. He's been the premier lefty out of their bullpen this season. He's made significant strides in 2024 as compared to 2023. He's attacking batters a lot more, finding the strike zone more consistently, and you can expect a lot of sinkers and changeups coming out of the hand of Bam Bam tonight.
Now coming to hit for your Savannah Bananas. Please welcome to the field, number 18, Mitch Moreland.
What a moment here in Fenway. Mitchy Two Bags, Mitch Moreland, 2018 World Series champion with the Red Sox. Takes a heater just a bit outside from Blankenship.
And the crowd here in Boston erupting and fired up about the opposite field single from Mitch Moreland in his very first career banana ball game. The former World Series champion gets a base knock for the Savannah Bananas.
The banana ball straight into the dugout. The first swing of Mitch Moreland's banana ball career, the second pitch he had ever seen. He deposits it into left. And that makes Jackson Olsen the inning's tying run. A ball and a strike on the kid out of New Milford, Connecticut. He played here in Fenway during his time in the Cape Cod League. This one rolled over to first, barehanded by Swan, gets the lead runner at second, returned to first, not in time. Nice play though by Jason to get the lead runner.
An aggressive try by Jason Swan, deciding to barehand that banana ball, but an incredible turn and pivot to nail the lead runner, Mitch Moreland, at second base. Jackson Olsen still able to reach via the fielder's choice, and now the inning tying run comes up to the plate in the form of Robert Anthony Cruz as the Party Animals turn to Ryan Rodriguez, known as the Sexy Mexi, coming in to relieve Zach Blankenship.
From the man out of Fleming Island, Florida, to the pride of Newhall, California. Rodriguez, a very different look. Blankenship, a hard sinker baller. Sexy Mexi, a 3-pitch mix, cutter, slider, and curve. Great outing there from Bam Bam. It's 2 of the 3 bananas he faces and only gives up a base knock to the 12-year MLB vet who, Moreland, he, in his last season, was still swinging it well with the Oakland A's back in 2021. Robert Anthony Cruz with a 3-0 count. A couple California kids doing battle in the middle of Fenway Park. And he's hacking 3-0.
Rack, the highest slugging percentage of any banana ball rookie this season, has 4 long balls and wants to swing away in these Major League Baseball stadiums. Instead, is able to work the ball 4 sprint. And we saw a great jump by Jackson Olsen attempting to steal second base. He will find a way to come around and score on the ball 4 sprint. And as the ball gets away from Bronson Ballhome behind the plate, Robert Anthony Cruz, with incredible heads-up base running, moves all the way up to third base.
That's smart banana ball all around. 3-1 pitch. Jackie knew if it was in the zone, Rack was hacking. And since it's ball 4, he comes around to score. 3-base sprint for Rack. The inning's tying run 90 feet away for Danny Hosley. Pops it right side. The fans could win the inning for the Party Animals. They come up empty. And a young kid throttling his buddy as he feels like he was interfered with down there. Another life for Danny Do-It-All, who we are sure to see on the mound when the fate of this game hangs in the balance at the end. But he starts at third base and peppers this one to short. Acuff between the legs. Another trick play. Second of the inning for the Party Animals. Shortstop. They win the frame 2 runs to 1 and knock the game at a point apiece.
And it's a great play by Chase Acuff coming up with that second trick play. Takes a lot of practice in an off season to be able to pull one of those moves off with the inning on the line. But now the Party Animals have things all knotted at 1 as we send it down to the field for the player dance tonight.
First Party Animals and Bananas full team player dance. Naturally, they broke it out here in Fenway. We were waiting 161 banana ball games for that one. And now in a tied affair, the 6'6" lefty out of Whitby, Ontario, up in the great White North, Ryan Kellogg. 7 years of minor league experience, making it up to AAA. And the Chicago Cubs farm system comes in for the third.
With a 2-3 record this season, this is his 17th appearance on tour, only his second in relief. He's been a rotation mainstay and Kellogg leading the Bananas with 53 2/3 innings pitched this season. Has only allowed ball four sprints to 4.5% of batters and has a 10.5 strikeout rate. He's one of the best in Banana Ball at locating first pitch strikes. And he's a very crafty left-hander on the mound and much more of a fly ball pitcher.
It'll be 10-1-2 for the Party Animals. Tanner Thomas leads it off. In his third World Tour, all of them for the Bad Boys of Banana Land after 2 summers in Savannah as a collegiate nanner. Gets a fastball painted on the black of the outside corner after Kellogg flips the ball off his hockey stick. Continues to toss with the stick in hand as Thomas does not bite on the slider that dances outside.
But despite throwing with an unusual weapon on the mound, it's exactly what we talked about. Ryan Kellogg, guy who's great at finding the strike zone, especially those first pitch strikes. Good to see him get ahead of Tanner Thomas. Tanner batting .381 against Kellogg this season, and that'll jump a little higher as he sends that one right up into center field for the Party Animals. Second inning for the Party Animals with a leadoff man on.
Second in a row for that matter after Nisnik retired them in order in the first. Now Hampton with 4 years of minor league baseball experience. Sends this one to his counterpart in center. Meadows underneath it will think about firing behind Thomas. And then think better of it. He had out number 1 there. It's a 5-pitch mix for Kellogg. 2-seam and 4-seam fastballs, changeup, slider, and curve. He'll throw any pitch in any count. A member of the Canadian national baseball team. He's a pro's pro.
And prides himself especially on his changeup and curveball as this one's driven out to deep center field. D.R. Meadows tries to come up with a behind-the-back catch for the Bananas. Instead, that one dropped in center field, and it's a second trick play missed for the Savannah Bananas in this ball game. And Party Animals trying to spark another rally in back-to-back frames.
The Nanners defense once again leaving the door ajar. Cornetta had a ball and no strikes. He popped out to short his first time. And he goes down to a knee. Fooled by the changeup there from Kellogg. That one under the leg of Kellogg. Cox throws it into his own dugout. Thomas will score from second. Acuff over to third. Ball ended up bouncing out and staying in play. So Cornette at first base. Another look at the trick play missed from the glove magician.
That one a slow roller up the middle. Ryan Cox did a great job getting that banana ball quickly nonetheless, but tried to get a little too aggressive with the trick play try. Wound up sailing that one away from the glove of Alex Ziegler, and it's the Party Animals capitalizing on defensive miscues for the Bananas yet again in this ball game.
Brunson Ballhome teaching everybody here. Over 37,000 plus in Fenway Park. The correct way to bend and snap. The basics, as some would say. Shout out Legally Blonde. Still a dangerous situation for the Nanners. 1 run in, runners at the corners. And last year's tour leader in RBIs, Bryson Bloomer, who drove in 56, sends this one into the stands.
Doesn't get any easier for Ryan Kellogg out on the mound. Bloomer collected the second 2-home run game of his career against Kellogg in Durham, North Carolina this year, and he's a very dangerous batter to watch considering he's had some home runs over the Blue Monster in Durham, like we said, and over the Maine Monster in Hadlock Field in Portland, Maine, as this one squibbed over to second base. Dalton Malden will go the short way and get the lead runner in Dalton Cornett at second base, but a second run comes across to score for the Animals here in the third.
Bloomer grabs RBI number 29. And he's at first base with 2 down for Jake Skull. Jake doubled and scored back in the second. And tried to send that thing to Lansdowne Street. Once again, it's the changeup lefty on lefty that does so much damage for Kellogg. He loves going off speed to his fellow former 7-year minor leaguer. Gets Skull there with the slider, and Kellogg's ahead.
Skull oftentimes is willing to expand his zone a little bit, and that's where Ryan Kellogg has really succeeded. The aggressiveness of Jake Skull, and is able to record yet another punch out against the powerful Party Animals right fielder, but still 2 runs in the top of the third for the Animals, going to try and win a second straight inning against the Bananas.
Yes, right now.
Both runs
Well, they also have
and we'll get it
Fenway
down to Jesse
Franks on a
Cole for Fenway
string
Franks.
hanging down now between their legs. And here's how it's going to work. They're going to have to run around the bases, get home, and then swing that Fenway Frank in their mouth. Yep, we're doing this. Whoever gets it in their mouth gets a bite first will win. Frank, are you ready? Frank, are you ready? It is time for the Fenway Franks. On your mark, get set, go. And here they go. Look at those Franks go. And the Franks are hanging low, but they're side by side. You're dragging your Franks on the ground. That is disgusting. You've lost your string. Pick it up and run with it. Run with your Frank. Here we go. And then we're coming home. We need the girlfriends here with the wiener, the Franks. Oh, look at the speed. They have lost the Franks. We need the girlfriends here with the Franks. And here they are. Now they got to try to throw it in their Frank's mouth. Here we go. Whoever gets it first. Oh, almost. No, keep it going. And 2 more. Oh, almost. And the winner of this game is all of you guys for eating normal Fenway Franks. The first and last.
Boy, those Fenway Franks are stupendous.
Almost as good as a Trum Dog, Biko. Almost as good as a Trum Dog.
Just like the guy is down on the field, we made sure to drag ours around the infield before ingesting them. Now Garrett Delano, one of the best pitchers on tour. In his 3rd campaign for the Party Animals, takes over for the bottom of the 3rd.
This is Delano's 17th outing this season, his 5th in relief for the Party Animals. He is working much quicker in his 3rd season with the Party Animals. He's dropped his average MPI this season by almost 1 minute from last year. Ryan Cox chops the second pitch over to his shortstop counterpart, Chase Acup, who fields this one between the legs and already has a hat trick's worth of trick plays in this ballgame for the Animals.
Another look, that's a doozy. It does not get much better than that. As D.R. Meadows, now that we're back at the top of the order, taking a creative route in, bangs on the pesky pole, and sprints all the way from the right field wall to home plate. Boy, if you're ever doing karaoke with DR. And he says, let's do a Kelly Clarkson karaoke battle. I think you should think better of it.
I want no part of that matchup.
The Doctor perfect as he belts out Since You've Been Gone, and now steps up to the dish against the kid out of Callahan, Florida. Delano, a 2018 collegiate banana. Spent 4 years at Brown. During his Ivy League days was when he was a collegiate nanner, then he finished up with a year at Mercer University. He's a tough cookie on the bump. 2-seam, 4-seam cut fastballs, all in the low 90s. Works in a changeup and a curveball as well, and they are all devastating pitches.
And this is a powerful matchup we've got between these two guys. Delano leading all party animals with his 45 strikeouts this season, and DR Meadows has had 91 consecutive plate appearances without a strikeout for the Bananas.
A remarkable 15 ball 4 sprint to 4 strikeout ratio on the tour. As he can't connect on the cutter, we'll get a payoff pitch. That's what the Doctor does. So good at spoiling.
I mean, he's very reminiscent of an old school leadoff hitter. He's got a very short swing, sometimes tries to slap singles, and he's got high level speed, and a guy you know is easily going to bat 300. And Reese Hampton took a couple steps back, unsure if that one was going to drift on him a little bit. Took a couple steps back in center field, coming up with the second out for Garrett Delano.
DR has been retired twice now by his counterpart. Hampton's hit a ball to him, so 3 out of their 4 combined plate appearances. They've been peppering balls to each other. Now Bill Leroy steps in. A line drive base knock to left. He was pinch run for by Malachi Mitchell, who ended up scoring the inning-winning run in the first. Theatrics there for ball home after a great stop. Leroy has not stolen first base yet on this tour. Maceo Harrison, the dancing first base coach, continues to wow the full capacity crowd on hand here in Beantown. Bill was catching Delano back in the summer of 2018. Now gets to face him for a 3rd straight tour. They know each other very well. It's a barrel, but straight to A-cuff. And a 1-2-3 frame for Big D.
A 2-minute and 39-second inning for Garrett Delano tonight. The fastest we've seen from any pitcher in tonight's ball game.
Let's get it down to Drake Toll.
All right, Biko, we have one of the biggest surprises here. The worst seat in baseball exists at Fenway Park, but the best seat in Banana Ball is that same seat. I am here in the stands, tracking down my friend Jonathan, and we are making him the party animal of the night. We've got merch for Jonathan and his 5-year-old son, who came from Connecticut tonight to stick right by this pole. Brett Helton's right here to say hello. Jonathan, how is the view so far this evening?
Terrible.
Now, do you feel as though at this point your worst seat in baseball has been upgraded to best seat in Banana Ball?
Oh, yeah.
Did you know this was coming?
I did not.
All right, my friend, what is your name? And have you enjoyed watching the game? Can you see everything clearly? That is a nod of approval. We have taken the worst seat in baseball, which is completely obstructed for Jonathan and his 5-year-old son, and made it the best seat in Banana Ball, courtesy of Brett Helton and the party animals. Biko, Josh, party on.
Drake, Brett, Jonathan, thank you all so much. Took steel beams to hold up this ballpark when they were building it. Finished construction back in 1912. Unfortunately, that meant it was going to obstruct a couple seats as Andy Archer, the man out of Milton, Georgia, takes over on the bump for the Bananas.
This is outing number 17 for the Banana Ball rookie, who is tied for the team lead with 4 wins this season. For Archer, control is of the utmost importance. When he's finding the zone, he is incredibly dominant on the pitcher's mound. And in fact, the 4th inning has been a strong suit for him. Is a 3-minute and 40-second average minutes per inning mark when throwing in the 4th, his best mark on tour with a minimum of 3 innings pitched.
He's got 6, 7, and 8 here for the Party Animals as Jason Swan showers home plate with money. It has a 1-1 count. That is the split changeup from Archer, his only off-speed pitch. Also will fire 2-seam, 4-seam, and cut fastballs. This one to left center, it's gonna find grass. Played well by Meadows. Swan takes a tumble halfway to second and will about face, content with the base knock.
That was a tremendous route by D.R. Meadows in left center field to come up and cut off that banana ball. Looked like it was going to get away from Robert Anthony Cruz in left and roll all the way to the Green Monster. But instead, saves Archer from starting the inning with a runner in scoring position as he goes to work against Jordan Hussein, who floats this one into left field. And the Party Animals extra hitter, 2 for 2 on the night, and he's only seen 2 pitches.
And I think the combined exit velos from his 2 knocks do not amount to triple digits. But they look like screamers in the book. He drove in a run his first time. And now great speed at both bases for Dustin Baber, who shot a base hit into right center his first time. He gets the 2-seamer from Archer and comes up empty. Andy spent 4 years at Georgia Tech before finishing up at the University of Hawaii. It's another base hit for Babes. Swan gets a big stop sign from his head coach. And it is 3 straight singles for the Animals to open up the 4th. They've got the bags juiced.
We saw through February and March, it was a slow start offensively for Dustin Baber, batting around the Mendoza line for the Party Animals. But since the start of April, Baber's been batting over 300 for this ball club with 2 home runs as well, the first 2 in his banana ball career.
Gnarly split changeup, cut on and missed by Bronson Ballhome, who chops it to first. Ziggy comes home with it just in time to nab the speedy Swan. And a big first out for Archer.
It's only the 11th time we've seen Alex Ziegler at first base for the Bananas in his career, and showed great instincts and IQ, going to get the lead runner at the plate and keeping the Party Animals for scoring in a 3rd straight frame.
Now Tanner Thomas comes from the stands, knifes through his dugout, and brings his boys with him as he exits, channeling his inner Kesha. If I were a betting man, I'd wager this place is about to blow. Fortunately, did not have time to place the wager. How about the theatrics from Tanner Chicken Tender Thomas, as the legend Reginald Horton, the hardest working man in sports, has dubbed him. Big finish at the dish. Boy, Tanner got some good air there with his teammates sending him skyward. Josh, you met Kesha once, didn't you?
She bought me dinner, believe it or not.
That's not true. I do not believe
She's
that.
an incredibly kind gesture. She's a humanitarian, she really is.
Okay. I'll believe it when I see the picture. Bags are still full. Thomas singled up the middle, scored back in the 3rd inning. Party Animals lead this game 2 points to 1. And this one with some chutzpah out to left center. It's going to be one hop off the monster. Hussein scores, Baber right behind him. Ball home behind Baber. Throw home. And Brunson ball home's a dead duck. Second assist of the night for Ryan Cox. But 2-run score on the double from Thomas.
It's another great relay from the Bananas to avoid the Party Animals scoring 3 runs here in the 4th. But Tanner Thomas may just be the hottest hitter in Banana Ball at the current moment. 8 hits across his last 3 games with a home run. Now tacks on 2 more runs batted into his season total.
Brings him up to 23 stakes on the tour. Reggie would approve. And back to the top of the order we go. Reese Hampton swings it from the left side. Drills this deep to right. If it's fair, it's gone. Foul ball. Hampton with 7 bombs to pace the Party Animals. 1 less than Eric Jones Jr. for the tour high. Mere feet from Ocho right there. But he's still in control of the count, ahead 3-1 as Jared Donaldson takes over for Archer and gives up a sprint on 5 pitches. Thomas will score easily from second. Hampton's not going to test the ball for sprint defense of the Bananas, although possibly he should have. Ziggy lost control of the Banana Ball near second base. It'll be ribeye number 40 on the tour for Hampton. He is now 1 behind Jake Skoll in that department to pace the tour. One of the best we've ever seen swing it. Always dangerous on the bags as well. Three runs in, already here in the 4th, as Acuff will fly out to a backpedaling Reese Alexiadis. And Donaldson staunches the bleeding. The Animals with an excellent chance to earn point number 3. Remember, Banana Ball is match-style play, so the Bananas need 3 runs to tie the inning, 4 runs to win it, and flip the script on the 4th, tying this game at 2 points each. Hey baby time here in Fenway Park. The 335th straight sold-out crowd in Banana Land, taking part in our age-old tradition. The buzzword is incoming. That is YouTube comment section legend Biff Bouse, known for saying just that. And there it is, Beantown. Biff, you've done it again, my friend. Unbelievable. For those being initiated to Banana Ball tonight, there will be a link in the description, tossed in the comment section on YouTube as well. You have to fill out all of your relevant information. And then where it says buzzword, you will put Beantown. Get yourself a chance to win a free pair of shoes courtesy of our dear friends over at Zappos.
That was the Biff Bouse Beantown buzzword, Pico. Try saying that 5 times fast.
I will not. Dalton Potts takes over on the mound for the Party Animals with a 3-run cushion here in the 4th. He has 3, 4, and 5. Part of the order here for the Nanners. Ponce out of Fontana, California, same hometown of Robert Anthony Cruz, both of them in the Rancho Cucamonga area, just outside of LA. And a 1-1 count here on Oberst, as the Nanners need 3 runs to tie the inning, 4 to win it. This one chopped the other way. Dustin Baber behind the back with the glove, bounces back to him. And a beautiful trick play for his 62nd of the year.
Well, Dustin Baber in a perfect position to go for a trick play. Ball hit pretty much directly to him. You're up 3 runs in an inning. You don't have much to lose overall by possibly missing that one and allowing Oberst on first base, but we know how good Dustin Baber has been in the trick play department across his banana ball career. Collects his first tonight here in Fenway.
Alex Ziegler hitting in the spot here of Michael Deeb, the extra hitter. Ziggy has taken over at first base as EJ's moved into the EH spot. Remember, in banana ball, there's an EH and a DH. The DH works exactly as it does in baseball. The extra hitter can be moved in and out of the field with no penalty. A ball and a strike on Bananaland's Bat Trickster in his 3rd World Tour. Ziggy's been swinging the stick well this year. He bloops this one to right. Diving catch, Jake Skoll. What a play by the Party Animals right fielder.
Got a little bit of a slow jump on that ball off the bat of Zig. And for Jake Skoll, nursing a sore hamstring over the last 2 weeks, still comes up with a phenomenal diving catch for the Party Animals, who are flashing the leather all over the diamond tonight.
Here's the aforementioned EJ, who has switched spots defensively with Ziggy. Bounced out to short his first time. A ball and a strike on the Tour's home run leader. Maceo back out coaching first base, boogieing as he's been known to do from time to time. Fastball poured in there. Nice frame by Taj Porter, who's taken over for Bronson Ballhome behind the dish for the Party Animals. Swing and a miss. Beautiful bender there from Ponce, who retires the side in order and earns the Animals their 3rd point of the ballgame. The bad boys of Bananaland up 3-1 as we toss it down to Emily Cole on the field.
Emily Cole.
There are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care across the country without a permanent home. That's enough children to fill Fenway Park 11 times. To raise awareness and help bring families together, we created a nonprofit called Bananas Foster. This organization is dedicated to celebrating those who are already making a difference in the foster care world while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, Bananas Foster is celebrating the Targic family. This family has been a licensed foster family here in Massachusetts since 1995. They advocate for the whole foster care community and are on the State Alliance for Foster Families. They have 3 biological children and have welcomed 8 children into their family through adoption. In total, this family has welcomed over 50 children and teens into their home. Fans, please help us celebrate the Targic family for what they're doing right here in this community.
Big shout out to the superheroes, the Targic family. Unbelievable what they've been doing here in Massachusetts for the foster care community. And the The over 50 children and teens they've welcomed into their home, especially the 8 kiddos they have adopted into their family alongside their 3 biological children. That's what it's all about right there. DJ the Invader takes over on the bump for the Nanners. Had a rough start to this tour. That is all caps rough, but for the most part, outside of his last outing, it's been really great as of late.
Since the start of April, DJ the Invader owns an ERA at 4 across 9 innings pitched with no ball 4 sprints allowed and 5 strikeouts, and he's averaged 3 outs in 3 minutes and 33 seconds in that span. DJ, one of the fastest pitchers in Banana Ball. He's thrown the 2nd fastest inning in Banana Ball history in just 57 seconds in Des Moines, Iowa last season. And he's thrown 9 innings in his career in less than 2 minutes overall.
5-pitch mix, 4-seam, 2-seam cut fastballs, a slider, and an otherworldly changeup, his best offering. Beefy part of the Party Animals lineup. 3, 4, and 5. Cornette, Bloomer, and Skoll. 2 to swing it here in the 5th. And this one off the end of the bat. Meadows charging in, behind the back. 2nd trick play of the ball game for the Doctor. That one was a beauty.
And that one feels awfully good for DR Meadows, trying to come up with that trick play catch in the 3rd inning against Chase Acuff. And it wound up leading to Acuff scoring a run for the Party Animals in this contest, but now able to back DJ defensively to start this top of the 5th inning.
If at first you fail, try again. It's the story so often in Banana Ball, especially a sport like this where trick plays are encouraged. Bryson Bloomer giving the fans another opportunity to claim their first out here in Fenway. Once again, they come up empty.
Bloomer has fouled out to fans 9 times in his Banana Ball career, the most of any player, and was almost already walking back to the Party Animals dugout thinking that one was once again going to get snagged, but has a 2nd chance here against DJ the Invader.
Count goes full. And we'll do it again. Look out, folks. Into the Party Animals dugout, deflected by Reese Hampton, so it didn't do any damage. And that one misses down. Boy, Bryson thought he might have been struck out looking. He was thinking about heading back to that 3rd base dugout. Instead, he's got himself a 1-out, 1-base sprint.
Close call, that one going in favor of Bloomer, who looked honestly like he was about to turn to Vincent Chapman and argue a little bit with the strike zone. But instead, the Animals, another runner on the base paths, and DJ the Invader going to work against Jake Skoll and plunking him in his first offering.
Boy, Skoll limping. That one got him in the right leg, and boy, Bill Leroy's gonna try and submit him. That's a pin for Bill. And it'll be Porter, Ballhome, Blankenship, and Delano that each grab a limb and will take their former 1st rounder all the way to 1st.
They may have to weekend at Bernie's. Jake Skoll around the bases. No, he's up. He's A-okay. Thank goodness.
Miraculous recovery. The man out of Woodstock, Georgia. Former UGA football player. You would think a guy from Kirby Smart's program would have been a little tougher than that. Vincent Chapman dusts off home plate. And with an 0-1 count, after doing a little, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. He got the response he wanted. And gives the sold-out crowd here in Fenway Park what they want. Shakes his derriere with the delight of over 37,000. Swanee with a ball and a strike. Bloomer leads off second, Skoll off first. This one a mile high. Alexiadis coming in, it tumbles out of the sky. He pats it back up into the air and then will barehand it. Grabs his 17th trick play here in his first banana ball campaign.
Batter hitting in the place of Noah Fisher is head coach of the Party Animals, Mike Vava Visits.
And now, making his comeback to the mound, former World Series pitcher, former Major League All-Star, 77 years young, Red Sox Hall of Famer, please welcome Bill the Spaceman Lee!
What a moment here in Fenway Park. Bill Lee, a Red Sox Hall of Famer. Spent 10 of his 14 years in Major League Baseball calling Boston home. And everybody who is able to be on their feet is standing up as Lee faces off against Mike Vavasis. Generous call there from Vincent Chapman around the outside corner. Two and one on Vava. Sticky situation for the Spaceman to enter. 2 men on with 2 down. As he bounces that one, it goes to the backstop. And Bloomer and Skoll, respecting the legend on the mound, stay put.
We have seen some truly spectacular matchups between Vavasis and Bill Lee. But on 5 pitches, misses the zone to Vavasis. And coming around to score is Bryson Bloomer. It is now 4 straight innings for the Party Animals, where they've scored at least 1 run against the Bananas, and not quite the return Bill Lee was looking for here in Fenway Park.
Now he'll wait for Dustin Baber to chug a beer. Folks here in the Cradle of Liberty can get behind that. Billy's made his bacon across now his 3rd World Tour pitched in Bananaland by throwing strikes as Babes chops it to third. Hosley across the diamond, and Ziggy can't grab the wild throw. Goes into the Nanners dugout. Skoll will score. Baba pinch run for by Hussein, in which place he hit. Jordan's over to third base, and Baber up to second on the E5.
Well, like you were saying, Vico, Bill Lee, we should say, has really continued to pitch so well for the Bananas because he finds the strike zone consistently, got that one over the plate to Dustin Baber and induced the soft contact, but unfortunately an errant throw for Danny Hosley, who has just recently stepped in as the everyday third baseman for the Bananas and still trying to get a full grasp on the position. As Tosh Porter lines the 2-0 offering foul down the left side.
First plate appearance tonight for Porter, the switch hitting catcher, who takes the place of Bronson Ballholm, the switch hitting catcher. That one off the Coca-Cola sign. Boy, if Porter could have straightened it out, that would have been a 3-run blast. I don't think Fenway could have contained it. It would have been over the monster on the Lansdowne Street. There's the Leafus, sprayed the other way, base hit. Hussein scores, Baber stops at third. And the ball gets away from Hosley. Baber will score as Leroy was trying to throw behind him. It's been an ugly defensive night for the Nanners. The problems with the gloves and here with the arm evident more than ever in the fifth. Porter at second as Tanner Thomas steps in and gets a swinging bunt. Barehanded by Hosley, across the diamond, Ziggy can't hold it. Boy, Bill Lee keeps throwing the outs. And the Nanners keep letting him down.
You see Bill Lee right behind the pitcher's mound with this look of disbelief. Cannot believe that he has not been backed by his defenders in this relief appearance. And Reese Hampton goes after the first pitch again from Lee. Collects an RBI single for the Party Animals, now with 5 runs in the 5th frame of action.
Well, Billy is coming, gave up a ball for a sprint and had an E5, the RBI single, an E2, and then an E3. Ryan Cox will not try and do anything fancy. Party Animals bat around. They plate 5. But what a special moment for Bill Lee, returning to Banana Ball in front of a raucous crowd here in Fenway as they get even wilder with t-shirts being thrown in their general direction. That's K-Club legend Steve Kellogg looking for some free merch. Over 10,000 K-Clubbers on hand here tonight. They have taken over the Green Monster, and Sam Bauman's up on that big old wall. Sam, what's going on?
Yeah, Vico, Josh, I'm up on the Green Monster with some Monster fans of Banana Land. They're looking for some t-shirts. They're getting louder. We're going to see if they got the arms to get them up here. But the energy is up here in the Green Monster, and that's because we're surrounded by K-Clubbers who, when these tickets went on sale, they said, put us in the Green Monster. We got K-Clubbers like Brandon. We got K-Clubbers like Casey here. Guys, the Green Monster, Fenway, you came from Georgia. Why are we here?
We're here for Banana Ball. I mean, this is what the world needs more of. It is so wholesome. See, you get the great baseball, great competition. Worth the trip up here. I've got my good luck charm, my wife Casey here. I think it's just great. Great historic city.
Guys, great historic city. Energy's high here on the Green Monster. We're going to keep it going throughout the game, guys. Let's go Bananas. Let's go Party Animals. Let's go Banana Ball. Vico, gone.
Thank you, Sam. Hello, Sean Fluke. And thank you, Bananas, abysmal defense behind him.
Yeah, for sure. 2-1, here we go. Got some fun with Cut Johnson.
Diving Diving stop, Bryson Bloomer!
Got him, yes sir! Oh, come on.
Alexiadis barely beats the wrap.
Oh, I think he was out. I'm watching you. Don't screw me here, umpire.
It'll be an infield single. That's Alan Gorwitz, in case you want to address him by name. Fluky, you're in the middle of a sold-out Fenway Park. How insane is this?
It's pretty freaking unbelievable. Like, really, there's not words. Yep. Come on, give me a fan count ball. Oh, he had it too.
Right in the bread basket.
I just want to throw this out. I came out for my first warm-up pitch. And my battery partner, Vava, he overthrew me the first 2 throws. Oh, that's so bad.
It's good to get that on the record.
Oh, yeah. Now it's lobbing him back. I just had to throw that out there.
Jackson Olsen now.
Dirty deuce. Yep.
Oh, and it was. Fluke sliding. Swan was also trying to grab the ball.
Hey, my bad. I'm mic'd up trying to do cool stuff.
It's good to be honest there, Fluke.
That really hurt my hand, I'm not going to lie.
That was a really cool slide. We get another look at it here. Speaking of the hand, you're pitching with a broken hamate bone.
Yeah, I mean, we got 37,000 people, man. It don't feel broken, I'll tell you that. Oh, I'm going to do something this time.
Chop to first.
Oh.
Swan's going to take the shirt out.
You got anything to tell the guys? We're having a tough time over here, me and you, man.
It's all right, man. We get it right.
All right, we get it right. Oh, man.
He took care of rack in one pitch.
Yeah, it's easy work. Oh, now he gets to go from the top. Seeing I haven't done any pitches from the stretch in God knows how long. Oh, watch your move.
Your good buddy Danny Hosley now, who you struck out on 3 pitches in Houston.
Yeah, that's just what I do, you know? That's so bad. Oh. I had to run to first base twice in a row. I'm a little gassed.
Yeah, that's more than you had on the schedule tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bayou.
Just a good old country fastball right down the chute.
You need a lighter bat? You're swinging a tree stick. Slider, give me a slider. Change up, I'm cool with that. God dang it, Fluke. My bad. All right, well, I'm gonna give Hosley his moment here in Boston. Hey, I mean, here it comes. No, not a curveball, just give it to him. That was a ball. Thanks, Vince. I knew that $20 bill would come off in handy. Same spot. That is the same spot, sir. It's all right, they were both balls, so it's cool. Oh,
close at second.
All right, sorry, I'll pitch now. We got 38 minutes. I gotta hurry this up.
Yeah, that's okay. You came out with a 5-run lead. You're just trying to have some fun.
I am enjoying this moment for sure. EJ's nowhere near to hit.
The world's tallest hitter.
Michigan still, so this is awesome.
Please welcome Dakota Stilts Albritton.
We'll see if we can.
$40? I already gave you a 20. Oh, God.
What's the plan here for the tallest man in sports?
I jokingly said I was going to throw a curveball, but I'm not going to do that to him. I want him to get a hit, honestly. You going to steal? I was about to say, that's a strike. I've never seen him not swing a pitch.
Me neither. That was right down Broadway. Liner, Acuff bounces it to Baber, who bounces it to Swan.
Dude, I was just so confused. I'm like, what is he looking around for? And then I was like, oh. Who do we got? Oh, yeah, you're mine. You're mine.
Double trick play for out number 2, and now you've got the doctor back at the top of the order.
Little deucey deuce. Mama loves the deuce. That's loopy. Another one, back to back. That one's better. God, that broke so much. Jesus.
That didn't look like 12-6. That was,
yeah.
it was like 2-8.
That's so slow. You're so far out. 2 times I hit that over the fence. I want to be a...
We're still looking for our first bomb tonight.
Oh, come on, dude. Yep. Slow to even slower. What do you guys want? I'll put my last pitch on you guys. What do you want?
Curveball, Fluky.
God, I loved you. Look, Bob, I guaranteed. Yep. Look at that. He knows the deal. You wanted me to bounce in or a strike?
I like a strike.
All right. God, that's awful.
It's the effort that counts.
All right. Heater down the middle. Here goes your home run.
Payoff pitch. It's not going to leave the park, but it will bang off the green monster on a hop. DR digging for 2. He'll grab the double as Hosley scores.
All right.
The good news is you still have 2 runs to work with.
I know, but I just thought, like, damn, there goes the stats.
We do care about this.
Yeah, but it's whatever. I'm having so much fun. And I know I'm going to hear a bunch of crap from my boys. Like, damn, you got shown, 3 runs. Like, man, win's a win, Where are you guys at? Oh, with those bright lights? You still look good from so far away.
Thanks, Fluky.
Fluky, I'm blushing.
No, I'm not doing that curveball stuff no more. God! Hand hurt on that one, that's for sure. Heaters, let's go, just heaters. Oh, I like the slider. Yep.
Oh, front
That's
door.
A good one. I'm gonna throw it again.
Yes.
Yep, how about those?
Look out, Bill.
You don't want to get hit. You want somebody to hit. Airborne.
A mile
Right
high.
down the middle.
Acuff with the call. He collides with Fisher.
That was fun, boys.
Chase comes away with the ball. Sean Fluke, congratulations on the point earned.
I wasn't nervous at all until I had 4 runs, honestly. Appreciate it. I love it.
Keep having fun out there, Fluky.
Yeah, boys too.
There goes Sean Fluke. Another look as Fisher and Acuff collide. In fact, honestly, pretty impressive evasive maneuvers by the 2. Doesn't look like they really got each other as Ethan Skujay, tonight's International Man of Mystery, our resident Austin Powers, out of Victoria, British Columbia. He's pitched professionally on 4 of the 7 continents we have here on planet Earth. Nobody better for the role. He is Banana Land strikeout king. And that gets you a lot of notoriety. The fans chasing after him, and they're just going to dance with him.
An incredible performance from Ethan Skujay, and that entrance, groovy, baby, yeah! Or as Dr. Evil would say, not the Diet Coke of entrances.
Both of those are true. Take a look at the numbers here for Papa Scooge on his first World Tour. One of the hardest throwers in Banana Land. Peter sits 93 to 95. He can touch 98 when he's feeling spicy. 5-pitch mix, so working the cutter, slider, curveball, and changeup as well.
He's the first man to 50 strikeouts on tour this year, striking out 22% of the total batters he's faced. The average minutes per inning sits at 5 minutes, but a lot of times we see pitchers with higher strikeout rates average longer innings since plate appearances traditionally go longer. But it's Ethan Skujay, a part of Banana Ball history, holds the record for the fastest strikeout in Banana Ball history, getting a punch out in just 8.73 seconds.
For the second straight inning, it's 3, 4, and 5. due to swing it for the Party Animals. They batted around in the 5th, scored 5 runs, won the inning 5-3. They lead the game 4-1. And a full count on Cornette, who's 0 for 3. Good fight there on the two-seamer.
Dalton Cornette has only struck out in 4.3% of his plate appearances this season. He's got some of the best bat-to-ball skills in banana ball, and you see him once again giving Scooge a tough battle. We are about to see an 8th pitch between these two foes.
That ball drilled deep to right field. Alexiadis spinning circles and coming away with the well-struck fly out from Cornette.
A little bit of a funky route for Reese Alexiadis, who was caught up backpedaling. He was going further and further out in right field, but comes up with that first out. Now Bryson Bloomer, for a 2nd straight plate appearance, is flirting with the fans in Fenway Park, trying to give them an opportunity at the first foul ball caught by them tonight.
Ball and a strike on the Boomer. He's driven in 1, scored twice. Worked the ball for a sprint his last time up. Continues to give the fans chances to catch their first foul ball for an out tonight. Fouled straight back. That was underneath Josh and I. That's as close as we've ever come to being able to make a play.
You would have to hold me by my feet out of the booth. We would have been able to try and make that catch. Now Bloomer takes pitch number 6, rolls it over to Jackson Olsen at second base, who bounces it to Eric Jones Jr., who has entered the game at first for the Bananas. And the grade 8, picking up trick play number 62 on the tour.
That thing had some English on it. Cued off the bat of Bloomer. Olsen does a good job of staying with the bizarre hop. And just like as the inning started, now here with 2 down, 2 former Atlantic Leaguers doing battle here in the middle of Fenway. Nice backdoor slider there from Scooge to even up the count. Look out! Malachi Mitchell got drilled. And we've got less than a half hour on our 2-hour timer left, so we're just gonna keep on cruising. Fastball freezes, Skoll. Scooge rings the bell. And a much needed 3 up, 3 down for the Nanners. Another look at the cave from Banana Land Strikeout King. And let's get it down to the field. The man in the yellow tux, Jesse Cole, our fearless leader. We have done it. It's a full capacity Fenway Park, and the game has been wild. How crazy has it been for you?
Oh, it's been surreal to be back here, my home, and see so many fans out here early in support. Look at all the guys, they're looking around, they've never seen anything like this, and it's truly special, and, hopefully we're showcasing banana ball, we're gonna have a good finish here to showcase what this sport's all about.
Jesse, it's always been the dream to sell out Fenway Park, have the Bananas and Party Animals squaring off in this historic venue. What have been the emotions in the interactions you've gotten from all of the players involved in tonight's ball game?
Well, it's been amazing. Since this morning, guys coming up to me and saying, how does it feel to have your dream come true? And I said, I hope it's a dream for all of us that we're able to see. And, having so many of my old coaches and family and friends here to be a part of this. I haven't seen Fenway like this in a while. Loud, crazy, and it's just, it's beyond words, and I'm just so proud.
We know this is about everybody in the organization, but the roar of the crowd when you were introduced today in the pregame ceremony was the loudest I've ever heard in Banana Land. How special was that?
That was amazing. Well, again, it's a testament to these players, everyone else who makes this fans first. It's because of them the reason why we're here. And so to hear it and hear them cheering right now and wild, I think they're ready for a great finish here, and I'm just so proud of everyone for being a part of this.
Jesse Cole, how do you think this one finishes up?
Hey, this is wild, all right? Party Animals up by 3 runs, but I think it's going to come down to the last inning, which I hope we get 9, but it may be 8 tonight, but it's going to be special at the end.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cole.
Thanks. Love you, Biko. Love you, Josh.
Love you too, Jesse. And as we bid adieu to our fearless leader, we say hello to Johnny Gomes. Won a World Series in 2013 here in Boston. Was a fan favorite. Earned the nickname Hacksaw Johnny Gomes from his teammates. Sends this one the other way. Between the legs, Dustin Baber bounces it back to himself. Gomes hustling. And Baber just barely able to nab the 13-year MLB vet.
A close play for Dustin Baber. Had a hard time handling the over-the-shoulder pass to himself. Johnny Gomes wanted to get the call from the first base umpire. Instead is retired. Now the Party Animals prepare for a dance on the mound with Jake Lialios, Dustin Baber, Chase Acuff, and Reese Hampton behind him.
Lialios, hailing from Tucson, Arizona, in his second world tour with the Party Animals. He's become a fan favorite in Banana Land. A twirl, and the pitch ripped into right field. It'll go to the wall. Michael Deeb thinking about 3. He turns on the burners and will have himself a stand-up triple. No! He had the triple and then slides off the bag. Quick tag there from Bloomer to nab him.
And you see the disappointment in Michael Deeb's reaction. And the fans are going to try and bail him and the Bananas out of this situation, possibly get Deeb back on third base. So we've got the fan challenge on our hands.
We take a look again. Bloomer with the quick tag. And Deeb is out. Clear as day.
Call stands.
The former White Sox minor leaguer knew it too. He's already back in his dugout.
Well, you didn't see the challenge from Tyler Gillum over there coaching third base, which told you a lot. And for Michael Deeb, just a costly decision not to slide into that third base bag for the Bananas.
He saw the indecision. He clearly was able to make it standing up, decided no need to slide. And then the momentum, that is a big boy, former Notre Dame linebacker. Ends up coming off the bag. Lialios gives way to Connor Higgins. The pride of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Former Los Angeles Angels minor leaguer. Gives up the base knock to EJ, the former Twins and Mariners farmhand.
And for Connor Higgins, he's cut down on issuing ball four sprints from last year to now with the Party Animals. But unfortunately, the big bugaboo for him has been the hits allowed this season. The Bananas batting over 400 against the big lefty.
Really surprising. As Flash takes over for EJ running at first. Bananas' designated runner can pinch run once every trip through the order. This is the third time through for the Bananas as that one is scorched off of the scoreboard on the monster. Flash could be the inning-winning run. He's getting the wave around relay from Acuff. In time! Taj Porter able to scramble and get the tag on And the inning ends knotted 0-0. Now we've got the Bananas Challenge. The party animals have lost theirs. The fans used theirs 2 plays earlier. And the 6th inning hangs in the balance here as we've got a minute on the clock. It's already down to 45 seconds. As we try to see if Malachi was able to get a hand on the plate before Porter got the tag on him. Vincent had a great angle. So did Tyler Gillum. Looks like Malachi's out. Vincent, you made the right call, sir. Yep, looks pretty clear to me. Call is confirmed. We are out of challenges for both sides, and we welcome Jackson Olsen into the broadcast. Jackie, how you doing, man?
Oh my gosh, you guys should have seen the last 30 seconds. It was hectic. I'm about to do a walk-up. I'm sorry for ruining the surprise for everybody watching. I probably shouldn't have said that, but whatever. So I was trying to get the mic on, and I was trying to figure out, all right, am I going to put the mic on and go hit, or put the mic, or there's just a lot. That's how my mind works, guys. You know me.
I mean, there was a lot of possibilities there. This one.
Oh my gosh.
Coxey, 360, throw off line. It'll be an infield single.
That would have been sick. Are you guys having fun?
For Jason Swan, fun is not the proper word. I mean, yes, we're having a blast, but it just doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, I agree. Double play. Catch it. Yes. Yes! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
What a snag by that young man. The first foul out to a fan here in Fenway Park.
And it comes in the first at-bat of the night for Noah Fisher. Not the debut he was expecting in Fenway Park. And the second time on tour, he has fouled out to a fan. He fouled out to the 100th fan of all time. Now fouls out to the 102nd.
Jackie! Oh, that would have been awesome! Great job getting the force out.
I had to try that, right? I had to try.
I mean, there was no reason not to there. Good job on the recovery.
I was a little bit too in front of it, though.
You don't even get a trick play missed because you were able to get the lead runner.
Give me a ground ball right here, boys.
That's banana ball IQ at its best, man. We're as close as we get to your home of New Milford, Connecticut, as that one's blooped. And it's going to be a fair ball. Tough ricochet for Alexiadis. Baber will stay put. Reese has a cannon. I'm sure you've got a lot of friends and family here in Fenway tonight.
Yeah, I have about, I think 65 people total.
That's pretty good.
Not all family, but it's so cool. I think they're all scattered around though, so it's tough to see them.
We were thrilled to run into your parents earlier. Always a delight. I know they both had smiles ear to ear for tonight.
Oh, they're so excited. This is like one of their first games of the season too, so it's pretty cool. Fan.
Could it be another?
Yep. No.
Could have.
Guys, you're gonna see the fastest change ever for this walk-up next inning.
Oh my gosh.
Not really a change, but all right, here we go.
I can't wait. Jackson Olsen, thank you so much, buddy. Yep, you're just gonna have to leave the mic on. And good luck on the walk-up. How about that for a transition? The Great Eight magically goes from Grayson Stadium to Fenway Park. And take a look at us now. Boy, hang that one in the Louvre. And Jackie, we've still got you on the mic. But we can still hear him. He can't hear us. Wisely, he took the IFB out when he had to take center stage and tried to send that thing to the red seat. Ted Williams notched the ball over 500 feet away out to right center, and then he has to jackknife out of the way of a mid-90s fastball aimed at his noggin from the Oakland, California kid, Dylan Porter. A lot of velo, high spin rate. Porter is a tough cookie when he's dialed in.
That's what you get out of Dylan Porter. Commands an excellent fastball, gets the swinging strikeout here of Jackson Olsen, and is already fired up with that punch out. For Porter, it's all about commanding the strike zone. He's allowed sprints to 20% of the batters he's faced this season, but they're only batting .253 against him overall. So when he's locating, he's a pretty difficult guy to barrel, but Robert Anthony Cruz sure found one, dropping that one in front of Jake Skull in right field.
Well struck from the former Washington Nationals minor leaguer. Rack represents the inning-winning run. Not the fastest man in Banana Land, but he's got great baseball speed as Brandon Crosby steps in for his first trip to the dish tonight. Quickly behind 0-2. A lot of movement on the gas there from Porter. He's working fast and filling up the zone. And this is when he's so tough as Taj Porter, his battery mate, throws behind Cruz. Rack only one stolen base on the tour. And Porter's got an excellent arm as this one nearly goes into the booth. 2 down from us. Ivan Trezak had his head in his computer. He didn't get the handout in time and missed the opportunity of a lifetime. He will literally never live it down. It is just pure despair. I'm staring into his soul. Our director of creative content, crestfallen. And he gets back to work. That's pro's pro. Payoff here to Crosby. There goes Rack. Fouled away. And the fans do not catch it. Brandon, a banana ball rookie, just like Cruz on first base. Crosby out of Mechanicsville, Virginia. Comes to Banana Land after 2 years in the Pioneer League. Rack off again, strikeout, throw to second in time. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. The Nanners have lost their challenge, so that is how the 7th inning will end.
Everything going right tonight for the Party Animals. Another punch out for Dylan Porter, and Taj on the other end behind the plate, able to gun down Rack for the first time in his banana ball career.
Here are the Banana Nanas as we head to the 8th inning. The Banana Nanas, stupendous as per usual. Sam Bauman has our hero down on the field.
Vico, Josh, yeah, we're here with Alex, who just recorded the first ever fan caught foul ball out in Fenway Park history. Alex, no glove, no problem. What are you thinking that ball is flying through the air?
I don't know, I just reacted. Honestly, I just saw the ball coming at me. I just put my hands out and caught it.
An athlete's athlete, humble and effective. Vico, Josh, back up to you guys.
Thank you, Sam. What a job. That's a humble cat down there. Caught the foul ball off the bat of Noah Fisher in the top of the 7th. Austin Krasminski takes over on the mound for the Nanners. Less than a dozen minutes on our 2-hour timer. Top of the order for the Party Animals. That one gets away from Leroy. Reese Hampton could have easily stolen first. The backstop is 60 feet behind home plate here in Fenway, but Reese is here to swing the bat.
Reese, a man who relishes his at-bats for the Party Animals, with them with a nice lead in the points department in this ball game. It's not imperative that the leadoff man get on base. Instead, it's Hampton trying to swing big and collect the first banana ball home run in Fenway.
Pair of former minor leaguers doing battle to kick off the top of the 8th, as Hampton gives the fans a chance. It is not caught. And the switch-hitting center fielder, 1 for 3 on the night, 2 runs driven in, a ball 4 sprint. Prepares for another 2-2 from the former Angels and Cubs minor leaguer, who has been very strong in his rookie campaign here in Banana Ball.
He's been the Bananas' backup closer this season, collecting 5 saves on the mound, and opponents are only batting .202 against him on tour, which is the lowest opponent's batting average of any pitcher in Banana Ball this year.
It's a powerful 3-pitch mix. Fastball, circle change, slider. This one lifted out to left center. Meadows and Cruz nearly collide. DR calls off rack and is out number 1.
As those guys were converging over there in left center field, it felt like it could have been one of those plays where DR Meadows tips the ball up to Robert Anthony Cruz in an attempt for at least one trick play, if not a double trick play. But instead, the catch made the standard way, and Ryan Cox successfully goes between the legs, but Brandon Crosby, who's over manning first base for the Bananas, cannot collect the snag behind the back. Not exactly the best time for Crosby to try and pull off a double trick play here for the Bananas.
Rack underneath this one, eyeing it up, back flipping, making the catch, landing the flip, and Cornette's retired in style.
And right on cue, it's Robert Anthony Cruz picking up his teammate in this ball game with a terrific backflip catch, now up to 14 on the World Tour, as Ryan Cox ranges deep in the 6th hole and tries to throw crossbody to beat out Bryson Bloomer, but Party Animals' third baseman reaches with the infield single.
Here comes Jesse Cole.
To pitch. Six-time Major League All-Star and Red Sox Hall of Famer, Jonathan Papelbon!
Take a look at the career numbers for Jonathan Papelbon, one of the better closers in Major League Baseball history. 2007 World Series champion with the Red Sox. 6-time All-Star, 4 of those here in Boston. And he squares off against the best Party Animals bat, Jake Skoll.
368 career saves across the career of Jonathan Papelbon, good for 11th all-time in Major League Baseball, has the most saves in Red Sox franchise history. And Papelbon making his 3rd appearance in Banana Ball
and both times he's appeared in the game, he has picked up a win. And the only batter he faces, Jake Skull, lines out to Robert Anthony Cruz with a great snag in left field, and Papelbon giving Bill Leroy his battery mate a hug as he's walking off the field.
As we join in and we sing a little bit of Yellow.
What a scene this is here in Fenway Park. Full capacity crowd, over that wouldn't be too impressive. Over 37,000 fans on hand.
Now let me hear you.
In Major League Baseball's oldest stadium. The 161st Banana Ball game ever played in front of fans. It's been a doozy thus far. Dominated by the bad boys in Banana Land. Party Animals lead 4 points to 1.
Keep it going, here we go.
As we head to the bottom of the 8th. Jesse Cole, the pride of Scituate, Massachusetts, here in the middle of Fenway, the capital of the Bay State. You gotta be feeling pretty emotional.
We love you so much, Banana Nation. Now let's go, Bananas!
Makes sense. We go to the bottom of the 8th with 5 minutes and change on our 2-hour timer. And the best pitcher in Banana Ball takes over for the Party Animals, Drew Gillespie on the mound.
He was a mid-season bullpen addition for the Party Animals last year in 2023. And he has transformed into one of Banana Ball's best arms ever. He's the tour leader in minutes per inning, averaging 3 outs in just 3 minutes and 3 seconds, and has the lowest earned run average at 2.70. And for Gillespie, the goal this season is to average a minutes per inning mark below 3 minutes on tour. He would be the first pitcher in history to accomplish that feat.
The Albuquerque, New Mexico native finally finds the zone. 3 balls and a strike to Ryan Cox. And the Nanners shortstop in the 10-hole represents the inning-winning run. Good job of spoiling that one. Cox is such a tough guy to strike out. Only 7 Ks compared to 7 ball 4 sprints on the tour. And he spoils another one. Chance for the fans, they come up empty. Cox earns the sprint, able to check his swing on the 2-seam that leaves the zone. The inning-winning run aboard for the top of the order. DR Meadows, 1 for 3, an RBI double his last time. Peppered off the Green Monster. Has to look out for a 5-pitch mix. 4-seam, 2-seam cut fastballs, a changeup, and a curveball. And Gillespie will deliver them from a variety of arm angles as Cox takes off. Throw! Not in time! Nice scoop and tag from Baber. But Bryson Wheeler says Cox got under the tag.
The Bananas trying to do everything they can to rally here in the 8th inning, claim a 2nd point in the ballgame, and go into the final frame. Just down 2 to the Party Animals, but DR Meadows swinging at the 1-2 offering. Lines one right back to his counterpart in center again for the 3rd time tonight. Reese Hampton coming up with the snag.
Malachi Mitchell Pinch runs for the third time tonight after Cox does the dirty work. Gets his second steal of the year. This one line to Acuff, bounce to second, double play. We're going to the ninth with the Party Animals up 3 points. Here's the young professor.
Gentlemen, and with that, it is now time to cast our gaze upon the scoreboard. Heading into the top of the ninth inning, the score is 4 points for the Party Animals, 1 point for the Savannah Bananas. But ladies and gentlemen, this thing ain't over yet, because in the final inning of the game of banana ball, every run counts for a point. That means the Bananas need to shut down the offensive onslaught of the Party Animals right now, score some runs to come back and win it. Fenway Park, we need your energy. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final inning.
All right, y'all, it's time to meet tonight's ring dudes. Number 27, Jake Lialios. And on the Bananas dugout, number 21, Jared Donaldson. And number 12, Cowboy Kyle Louis.
Lialios on the Party Animals dugout, Lewis and Donaldson on the Nanners side, letting everybody know, as a ring dude must, that we have reached our final inning. And the sold-out Fenway Park finally gets to see the greatest pitcher in banana ball history, Danny Hosley, taking over to trying to keep the deficit at just 3 points for the Nanners.
Out for the 31st time on tour, the most among all pitchers. He owns a career 2.50 earned run average, the best mark in banana ball history for any pitcher. He's averaging over 5 strikeouts for every 1 ball four sprint issued. An opponent's batting just .243 against him this season. And for Hosley, put away pitch is the Vulcan changeup. Has a lower spin rate than most changeups, and it's really devastating to pick up on in a batter's box.
There it is right there. Ugly swing from Jason Swan, which is not something that is said often. Another ugly swing. Meadows will retrieve it for out number 1. Bryson Wheeler with the call. That was a catch. DR lost the ball on the exchange. It's also a 91 to 93 mile an hour heater on average, and a devastating 12-6 curve. 3 pitches, they are all plus. The Vulcan change is the best pitch, bar none, in the history of our young sport. As Noah Fisher gets his second trip to the dish. He fouled out to a fan his last time. Quickly behind, a ball and 2 strikes. This one to Hosley, behind the back, then tosses it behind the back. Dan Oberst inserted defensively at first. In there at the other end to receive Hosley's 15th trick play. Check that. 16th trick play of the tour. That's his second of the ball game.
A nifty trick play for Hosley, who now has trick plays at third base, left field, right field, second base, and pitcher for the Bananas this season.
There's nobody like Danny Do-It-All. Justin Baber has had some success against the Nanners closer, especially as of late in the 9th inning. Baber has been clutch. Working on a 2-for-4 ball game. And Deuce is now wild. Chop to EJ, knocks it down, rifles it across the diamond, not in time. Good hustle from Babes. That'll be an E5. Jones Jr. started the game at first, went into the extra hitter spot for a couple innings as Ziggy took over on 1B. Now manning the hot corner. As Taj Porter tries to keep his night perfect. 2 for 2 after coming in for Brunson Ballhope. No balls and 2 strikes. And that's a 3-pitch K. The changeup does the job. Here comes the young professor.
And the boys in yellow get it done on the defensive side of the 9th inning. And now we head to the bottom of the 9th. Once again, every run counts for a point. So this is the time where the Savannah Bananas need to strike more than ever. Fenway Park, give us your energy because it all comes down to this.
And Fenway, if you want a free donut courtesy of Duncan, I need to hear you make some noise!
The Party Animals take a 4-1 lead into the bottom of the 9th inning here in Fenway Park. Drew Gillespie will be out for his 2nd inning of work. And it will be the middle of the order for the Nanners. 3, 4, and 5. Dan Oberst, Michael Deeb, and Eric Jones Jr. due to swing it.
Combined 12 home runs between the 3 batters due up for the Bananas. And what's more, they also still have their golden batter, which they can utilize as they try and spark a huge rally here in the final inning in Fenway.
Sweet treats being fired out to the fans from our friends over at Duncan, as well as Party Animals and Bananas alike. As we head to the last of the 9th, Dan calls time as a man who has always had impeccable feel. A lot of folks with their backs turned to home plate. They wanted to make sure everyone was at attention. It's one of the exit velo kings in Banana Land. Often barrels the ball. This one deep to left. And it's going to end up foul. And it's going to end up caught by a fan. What a way to start the last of the 9th. Another look. What a snag on a moon scraper from Oberst.
The fans in Fenway in disbelief. Some boos coming down. Folks wanting to see more out of Dan Oberst. The big barrelers in this Bananas lineup, but now in both games in a Major League Baseball stadium this year in Banana Ball, 2 fans have caught foul balls for outs, and Michael Deeb sends the 2nd pitch from Drew Gillespie to Dustin Baber at 2nd base, who bounces this one to Jason Swan and comes up with a really close trick play out there.
Good job by Swan. And on the ball skipped to him from Baber. By the way, 2 of the 4 foul outs to fans have been induced by Drew Gillespie in the bottom of the 9th inning. Can't make that up. The Nanners down to their final out. EJ sends this one to right. Jake Skoll down to his knees. Will worm it out as the Party Animals dominate in Fenway Park. They take this 4 points to 1. Drew Gillespie with the 6-out save. The Animals improved to 19 and 26. And that is a happy bunch of boys in black and pink who have gone tarps off as they celebrate on the infield here in Fenway. They won't see the Bananas again until August 1st in Louisville, Kentucky. Here is their head coach, Mike Vivacis. Post-game show incoming.
Party Animal fans at
let's meet your 2024 Party Animals. Starting pitcher, Brett Helton, and catcher, Bronson Balholm. Our bullpen of Drew Gillespie, Garrett Delano, Jake Lialios, Dalton Potts, Zach Blankenship, Dylan Porter, Sean Fluke, Ryan Rodriguez, and Big Butter Higgins. Our infielders led by our lovely gingers of Dustin Baber, Chase Acuff, Jason Swan, Jordan Hussein, and Bryson Baluba. Our DHs tonight in Dalton Cornett and Taj Porter. The Studley outfield crew of Noah Fisher, Reese Hampton, Tanner Chicken Tender Thomas, and Jake Skoll. And for that coaching staff, pitching coach Isaac Hess, hitting coach Anthony Cremado, and myself, head coach Mike Baba Vivacis. Animals, let's jump.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the final score. Party Animals win by a score of 4-1. My name is Shark, and Fenway Park, absolutely a magical night here in Boston. We love you so very much. Let's send it down to Jesse Cole.
Banana Nation, Boston, thank you so much for making our dreams come true. We're going to finish with one tradition out here, and we're going to ask you guys to join in. We've been doing this since our One City World Tour that we started back in 2021. But we are so proud to bring so many people together. Tonight, fans from 47 states came together for this. And so we're going to do Stand By Me in the outfield with all the players. And so what we're going to ask that you guys, your neighbor, you put your arms around each other. We're going to have our band out here, and we're going to play Stand By Me, and I want to hear this whole stadium sing one more time. And join in as our players get in a big circle out here. And our cast. We traveled here with 250 people to put on a show, and we want to finish this with one final tradition. So grab your neighbor, put their arm around each other. We'll get this whole stadium just like yellow, this whole stadium. We want to join in, sing a little Stand By Me. Here we go.
And this goes for everybody watching at home as well. Time to finish up Fenway with some Stand By Me.
When the night has come and the land is dark, like this, I won't be afraid.
Crumble to the sea. As we stand, stand by me.
Thank you so much, Boston. Bill, send us home. We have one more tradition here in Banana Land before we go home tonight, and this one is for you guys. It's because of every one of you here, every fan, that we're able to live our dreams out here on the field and sell out Fenway Park. We love you guys so very much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love for the last 8 years. It's because of you guys. This one is for you. So get your hands up high. Everybody, hands up high. We're going to break it down on fans first. Fans first on 3. Are you guys ready? I said, are you guys ready? One more time, are you ready? Then break it down, Boston. 1, 2, 3, fans first. We love you guys. Drive safe tonight. See you soon. We love you. Mwah.
We love you too, Bill Leroy. Let's get back down to the field because Drake Toll has the victorious leader of the Party Animals, Mr. Mike Vivacis.
An emotional ending to the night, but nothing but party. Coach Mike Vivacis, you just took Fenway Park. The Party Animals win in a blowout tonight. What are you feeling?
I really don't know what to say. I'm feeling, honestly. This is dream come true. We all worked for this. We all been busting our butts, and it's just unbelievable. I can't explain it.
Jake Skoll, you win the game tonight. You guys offensively just an onslaught. What is this? You don't see these guys again until August. What does this do for momentum for the team?
It's a good send-off, and we're ready to take on the visitors and firefighters. Bring it, baby. We're hot. Let's swing it.
Hey, what's the? You got a what? What was that? What is? You got a what? You got a right? Hey, Josh Pico, it's a party at Fenway Park. The Animals have taken the MLB Stadium in Boston. Party on.
Thank you, Drake Toll. Thank you, Vava. Thank you, Party Animals. We will take things over up here in the booth. Welcome inside with Josh Talevsky, Pico Scala. Thank you all so much for spending your Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land. What a special one this was, and it was domination. The Bananas jumped out in front. They won the first inning. From then on, 4 straight points earned by the Party Animals. They never looked back.
It was a really terrific performance we saw from the Party Animals overall, scoring 12 runs in the ball game on 13 hits, and they also recorded 10 trick play outs, more than the Savannah Bananas. Dominated offensively, dominated defensively, and what they did on the mound was very special as well. In fact, the longest inning that we saw from any Party Animal out there tonight was Sean Fluke's 5th inning, thrown in 6 minutes and 35 seconds. Outside of that, a majority of the innings thrown on the mound for the Party Animals were accomplished in less than 3 minutes. They made quick work of the Bananas often, and for the Bananas, unfortunately, a very sloppy performance overall. 8 errors and trick plays missed combined in the ball game. They just did not help out their pitchers on the mound, and the Party Animals capitalized on top of that as well. And really, you've got to shut out the guys who batted 6 through 10 in the Party Animals order tonight. All of those guys had multiple hits for the Party Animals tonight, and they combined for 5 runs batted in between the bottom 5 in that order.
Really impressive, too, because Taj Porter's a part of that, a guy who came in for the second half of the game and goes 2 for 3. And we have to take part of the blame for Sean Fluke's 6-minute plus 5th inning. He had a 5-run cushion. We had him mic'd up. He was goofing off. He had some runs to play with, gave up 3. Turns out it took a little longer than all of his teammates did. And of course, it all ends with Drew Gillespie, a 6-out save. He's the only man in Banana Land with an ERA sub-3, although Danny Hosley, with his scoreless 9th, will join him again after tonight's game. But unbelievable what Drew has been able to do across now a full year of Banana Ball as he joined the Animals halfway through last year's tour.
And one of the things that I think we saw make a real difference in tonight's contest was last weekend we saw the Bananas play the 3rd team in Banana Ball, the Firefighters, meaning the Party Animals got a weekend off to rest and really game plan and strategize for Fenway Park. got the pitching plan they like together, obviously executed that very well tonight. And for the bats, when they are well rested, we see the party animals bash, and they did that again in tonight's ball game. The Bananas came out just a little sluggish overall, and again, got a little too aggressive in trick play opportunities, tried some at some inopportune times, and at the end of the night, it came back to bite them.
Some really cool moments. Mitch Moreland in his banana ball debut, the second pitch he ever sees. The first swing he takes, he lines a base hit the other way. Jonathan Papelbon gets to come back here in Fenway. He induces a line out himself. The return of Bill Lee since he collapsed last year in Indianapolis. And boy, oh boy, he looked good. The defense was abysmal behind him. And Johnny Gomes, of course, who leads all former Major League Baseball players in appearances in banana ball, nearly beats out a trick play opportunity from Dustin Baber. It was great to have some of the former MLB legends from the Sox having a lot of success tonight.
I mean, you really got some banana ball all-stars, guys who have been very loyal to the sport and helping grow the game. For Johnny Gomes, you saw his 7th career banana ball game, and more fun stuff out of him, getting a really great ovation from the fans here in Fenway. And he said that in his year and a half of playing in Boston, it was just about the best time that he could possibly imagine. Really endeared himself to this fan base. And you got the 34th career banana ball appearance of Bill the Spaceman Lee, who did not disappoint. It was one of those moments where he came out and took the mound, and it felt like everybody in the stadium, despite giving him that raucous ovation, was getting chill bumps at the exact same time. A very special moment for the Spaceman. And once again, an impressive debut for Mitch Moreland, and another fun outing out of Jonathan Papelbon as well.
That's right. When I say Johnny Gomes leads all former MLB guys, that doesn't include the legend that is the Spaceman, who was on the last 2 banana ball rosters and is just built like nobody else. Boy, what a weekend it was here in Boston. What an evening in Fenway Park. We hope that we can make a return visit. This was a special one. Before we shut things down, we do have to hand out a pair of shoes, courtesy of our friends over at Zappos. Drum roll, please. Elena Mitchell Osborne. Could be Alana Michelle Osborne. In fact, I'm going to take the latter. Alana Michelle Osborne. Might be Alana. Anyhow, nobody else has a similar name to you. So congratulations on your free pair of shoes. Hopefully I stumbled upon the right pronunciations in one way or another there. We have to shout out the cast and crew that made this whole thing possible. Down on the first base cam behind us, it was Hope Peters, who is a true BTV Swiss Army knife. Across the diamond, the Iron Horse of BTV herself, Emerson Elmgren, the best in the biz. On the high home, Sophia Peach, who is as good as they come on such an important camera. Same goes for Ben Barks, who precedes even I here in BTV. Shout out Tim Robbins, who was able to make the trip here to the capital of Massachusetts as well. On the high first, Arch Pongle. Some folks say Pingle, we say Pongle. Arch, another superstar here in BTV. Same goes for Chris Haynes. Hainesy, baby. Put that guy anywhere. He's directing broadcasts. Tonight, he was on the wireless cam, flying all over Fenway, as was Clayton Franklin, Clayt Pimp. The two of them just absolute studs. Same for Nick Keldy. I can be a broken record, but that's because our entire cast and crew is as good as they come. Cowboy Kel Diggity, our utility, miking up Fluke and Olsen, and all over this place doing so much behind the scenes, it would explode your brain to even try and comprehend it. Our moderators in the chat, Scott Thompson and Colbite_. You know them, you love them. They are the best in the biz on a very busy night in the YouTube chat. Our video legend, Chris Sacchi, the Italian rapscallion, and our YouTube king, Zach Bro and Ivan Trezak. Boy, Ivan, so close to catching a foul ball. Too bad he was too busy doing his work. A big thanks to our broadcast engineer. That would be Jason Noterman here in Fenway. Special thanks as well to Drake Toll, although he could change his name to Jake, just so that would be a little easier for me. Drake Toll, Sam Bauman, and of course, Biff Baus, who announced our buzzword tonight all the way back in the middle of the 4th inning. Big shout out to Chris Mann, from Hawaii, as well as Jonathan Mann, who was in the worst seat, and Ross Dean, all the way from Alaska. Thank you for joining us here in BTV. Jonathan, I hope that your experience was plussed quite a bit in a very iconic seat here in Fenway. And shout out to Alex, who caught the first foul ball here in Fenway tonight. When it comes to the crew in the control room back in Savannah, this broadcast was directed by Kylie Sadamka, the best in the biz, our rising star here in Bananas Television. The technical directing was done by Griffin Ellis. That is Griff Dog to all you. He was pressing all the right buttons at all the right times. On the replay, Kwanzi, one name, you know him, you love him. He's giving you 2, 3, 4 different looks at the plays you needed to see again. On the audio, Brian Bailey dominating on the ones and the twos. Big shout out to Jade Morgan on the scorebug. Jade, another unsung hero here in BTV, who will be a big shining star on the rest of this tour. On the statistics, Mikey O'Connor with us here actually in Fenway Park. Great to have Mikey on the road with us. And in the control room, Julia Massey sending all of those graphics out. Josh Tolevsky on the color commentary and the statistical savantry. Really incredible night here in Fenway.
Biko Scal in 2022, I got to start as an intern with you and our coordinating producer, Chad Reese. I cannot thank the both of you enough for trusting in me, helping build BTV to what it has become today, and I consider it an incredible privilege to be able to call a game alongside such a talented broadcaster in yourself and an even truer friend.
Oh my gosh. Well, that is reciprocated, my dear pal. Josh, you really know how to cut to the heartstrings, buddy. Big shout out to our CP, as you mentioned, the coordinating producer of BTV, Chad Reese, the straw that stirs this delicious drink called Bananas Television. Thanks to our executive producers, Jesse, Emily, and Carrie Cole, as well as Jared Orton, El Presidente. Special thanks, as I mentioned earlier, to Sean Fluke and Jackson Olsen for slapping the mics on this evening. As he said before I tear up, I am Biko Scala saying so long for now. We will be back in action this coming weekend in Nashville. It will be Thursday night action from Nash Vegas. Bananas versus Firefighters. Round 2, Electric Boogaloo. Until we see you in Nashville, by the way, it will be the first weekend ever where there are 2 Banana Ball games going on at once. 2 games at one time? You betcha. You can also watch the Party Animals battle the Visitors in Grayson Stadium. It's going to be an insane weekend. We are fired up to bring you dueling Banana Ball action. Until we see you on the Bananas and Party Animals YouTube pages for 2 games at once, we will see you later!
Do you like apples?